A muddled hodgepodge of a narrative with no sense of purpose. This movie is yet another that the marketing seems to undo the whole movie. Not only does the marketing make everything very predictable, but it sets an expectation for a movie that isn't there. Now, perhaps it was the intention of the person in charge of marketing to purposefully mislead, because if you were to sell this movie to me as it really is, I would never watch it. The ideas are half developed, and it feels like there's a clash of narratives. The more interesting story is pushed to the background, and we have to pretend that the story in the front is decent. To add toppings to the cake, it's pretty boring and acts like it's going to trick you when it's already told you the punchline far in advance. If you watch the trailer, you've seen every important moment in this whole movie. It's trying to be this edgy masterpiece that says something about race, the suburbs, and white people, but mixes up the cards and flubs the entire presentation. So now we get this mess, and we try to figure out what actually came through. There is no depth to anyone in this movie. The characters are flat, cardboard cutouts. They dream about going to Aruba, but it's just a sentence to make you think that there's depth to the characters. Maybe you could twist this into a good thing about how people are shallow, but I would have liked more depth in everyone. This movie is bad tier, and I'm giving it the squandered opportunity badge. Alright, let's get into some spoilers. The review is now over, and I'm going to talk about where they goofed specifically. One of the main issues with this film is that there's no one to really cheer for. There isn't a character in the limelight that you could really stand behind. The few good people are Nicholas and Uncle Mitch. Everyone else is either a scumbag or they don't get enough time to be fleshed out. Speaking of fleshed out, the black family, that's literally just the background, aren't fleshed out at all. A story that is probably more interesting is put in display in the background and becomes filler for the main story. They don't get dialogue, they don't get any moments, they're just kind of there, and they don't really serve a purpose. Why even put it in the movie? Why try to use it as a framing device if you're not going to do anything on it with the themes of what's going on? You're not going to make any point with them. I'm not dwelling on this anymore. That was a mistake of very high caliber, and bringing them into the movie was very half-developed. With just a few passes of the script, it would have been obvious that they weren't developed at all, and needed to be fleshed out or taken out. So, Matt Damon is evil in this movie, and the movie told us that way too soon. It would have been nice to, actually make it like a plot twist or something. I don't know. Shakespearean-style tragedies are hard to really nail on the head. With someone who isn't really a director at the helm, certain things get even more muddled. Everything was telegraphed, lots of time was wasted, and many character desires weren't revealed, and they did subtlety wrong. At the end of the film, what exactly was accomplished? Everyone is dead. Nicky's playing catch with the Negro boy. But where did he learn this idea of acceptance? Where did his character change come from? Anyway, I'm going to stop here. There's too much to complain about, and my time is precious.